Hi, my name is Elijah Barker, and this is my photosynthesis and cell respiration tour project. For the first tour stop, we have the plant. Plants are autotrophs, meaning that they make their own food. They do so by photosynthesis. They use light energy and carbon dioxide to make sugars, glucose, and starches. And right here, I just have a picture of a plant and all of its parts and their functions. So for the next tour stop, we have the leaf. Chloroplasts absorb sunlight and use it in conjunction with water and carbon dioxide to produce food for the plant. They convert light energy into stable chemical energy via the photosynthesis process. They take in carbon dioxide through the stomata in the leaves. Special cells in the leaves of plant are called guard cells, in which they open and close the stomata. And so right here, I just have a picture explaining the process a little bit more. So sunlight goes into the plant, well, the leaf, and then as carbon dioxide goes in, oxygen comes out. And so yeah. And so for our next tour stop, we have the roots of a plant. The roots are the organs of a plant that are modified to provide anchorage for the plant and take in water and nutrients into the plant body, which allow plants to grow taller and faster. And as you can see right here, I just have a picture better explaining the process and how everything goes. You see sunlight, and then the water is evaporated from the plants, but the roots take in the water and nutrients. And so yeah, on to our next tour stop, we have the plant cell. Plant cells have a nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm, and a mitochondria too, but they all contain a cell wall, a hard layer outside the cell membrane containing cellulose to provide strength to the plant. And right here, I just have a picture labeling each part of the plant cell. And so, yeah. And so for tour stop 5, we have the chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are the plant cell organelles that convert light energy into stable chemical energy via the photosynthesis process. By doing so, they sustain life on Earth. Chloroplasts also provide diverse metabolic activities for plant cells, including the synthesis of fatty acids, membrane lipids, isoprenoids, tetrapyrols, starch, and hormones. And so right here, I just have a picture, and it labels each part of the chloroplast and its function. So for tour stop 6, we have glucose transport. Wide group of membrane proteins that facilitate the transport of glucose across the plasma membrane, a process known as facilitated diffusion. Because glucose is a vital source of energy for all life, these transporters are present in all phyla. And so right here, it is basically just explaining the process. So, as glucose comes in and as Na comes in, glucose comes out, and then ATP goes from ATP to ADP plus P. And so, yes, that's tour stop 6. And so for our next tour stop, we have food produced by plants. Food prepared by plants is known as glucose. Glucose is a simple sugar which is an important energy source in living organisms and is a component of many carbohydrates. And right here, we have a picture of glucose and how it is formed. It is made up of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. And so now for tour stop 8, we have organism consuming the food. Glucose found in the food animals eat is broken down during the process of cellular respiration into an energy called ATP. When excess ATP and glucose are present, the liver converts them into a molecule called glycogen, which is stored for later use. And so right here we have the chemical energy, carbohydrates, fats, and others going into the body, turning into ATP, and then going to the metabolism. Then we have the chemical waste coming out, carbon dioxide, water, the heat, and then, more heat. And so, yeah. And for our next stop, we have the digestive system. The digestive system is responsible for taking whole foods and turning them into energy and nutrients to allow the body to function, grow, and repair itself. The 6 primary processes are ingestion of food, secretion of fluids and digestive enzymes, mixing and movement of food and waste through the body, digestion of food into smaller pieces, absorption of nutrients. And right here, I put a picture of, each part of the body and its, function to help, to help, the human body digest food and things of that nature. On to our next tour stop, we have human body cells. Your body cells use oxygen you breathe to get energy from the food you eat. This process is called cellular respiration. During cellular respiration, the cells use oxygen to break down sugar. When the cell uses oxygen to break down sugar, oxygen is used, carbon dioxide is produced, and energy is released. Cells are the basic building blocks of all living things. The human body is composed of trillions of cells. They provide structure for the body, take in nutrients from food, convert those nutrients into energy, and carry out specialized functions. Cells also contain the body's hereditary material and can make copies of themselves. And right here is we have the process of cellular respiration. We have the equation for it. So as oxygen goes in, carbon dioxide comes out, and same thing. Yeah. And for our next tour stop, we have the mitochondria. Mitochondria are membrane-bound cell organelles that generate most of the chemicals energy needed to power the cell's biochemical reactions. Chemical energy produced by the mitochondria is stored in a small molecule called the adenosine triphosphate. And here is just a label pictured of the mitochondria. And lastly, coming to our conclusion, plants make sugar by using energy from sunlight to transform carbon dioxide and water taken in from the ground by roots into glucose and oxygen. This process is called photosynthesis and occurs in the chloroplast of the plant cell. Plants take in carbon dioxide through their pores in their leaves called stomata. Special cells in the leaves of the plant called guard cells open and close the stomata. Cellular respiration is a process that occurs in the mitochondria of all organisms. In this process, both plants and animals break down simple sugars into carbon dioxide and water and release energy in the form of